Hi, Mr. Unkert here, and I'm taking a look at this SAT Non-Calculator Math Practice Test 1, Part 1, that I put up on Unkert Math. And I'm going to work through some of these problems so we can get the solutions down here. Let's take a look, and I'm going to do it in Google Drive so we can work through this. So, we have this first problem. If 7x minus 2 equals 12, what is the value of 11x plus 2? There's two steps to solve this. One, we are going to find the value of x by using the equation 7x minus 2 equals 12. And then step 2 is we are going to substitute in x into the expression 11x plus 2 and find the value of the expression. Okay? All right, so let's start. So first, we're going to start with 7x minus 2 equals 12. So we want to solve for x. So our first thing we want to do is get rid of this minus 2 here. We want to get x by itself, just one x by itself. So what we're going to do is we are going to add 2 to both sides. So I'm going to get 7x equals 14. And you may be asking, why do you add 2 to both sides? Well, you have to keep both sides of the equation balanced. What you do to one side of the equation, you have to do to the other. So keep that in mind. Now, like I said, we want to isolate x, get it at 1x by itself, not 7x. So 7 is being multiplied by x, so we have to do the inverse operation, which is to divide by 7. And if we divide one side by 7, we've got to divide the other side by 7. So we're going to divide the left-hand side by 7. That's going to give me x equals, and then 14 divided by 7 is 2. Okay, so we're done with step 1. Completed step 1. Okay, so step 2. Now we have to plug back in, or substitute in, the value of x into the expression 11x plus 2. So instead of x, I'm going to put 2. So 11 times 2 is 22. 22 plus 2, which is 24, which is our solution. Make that nice and big so you can see it. So 24 is our solution to number 1. All right. So that would give me, D. Look down here, we check our answer. We always check our work. The correct answer is D. That's awesome. All right. Let's go back to number 2. So what is the ordered pair that satisfies this system of equations? Okay, so to solve for the ordered pair, I'm solving for basically an x, y, basically a point with the x-coordinate and the y-coordinate. So I want to eliminate one of these, either the x or the y, and I'm looking at this top equation, and I realize if I multiply it by -2, I can add it to the bottom equation and eliminate x. That's going to allow me to solve for y. Okay, so let's do that. So I'm going to take the top equation and multiply it by -2. Okay, and we're going to add it to the bottom equation. 4x plus 12y equals 24. Okay, so let's move that over here. So some space over here. So let's say, so -2 times 2x is -4x. -2 times -5y is positive 10y. -2 times 24 is -24. Okay? And then we, of course, add it to 4x plus 12y, which equals just 24. Okay. So we add these together. The x's will cancel out. Straight through. Those will cancel out. Okay, and we're going to be left with 22y equals 0. So we divide both sides by 22. We get y equals 0. Okay, so now we have that. Now we can plug this value, y equals 0, back into one of these two equations. I'm going to plug it into the top one to solve for x. So I'm going to do 2 times x minus 5 times 0 equals 12. Okay, so that becomes 2x minus 0 equals 12, or just 2x equals 12. Okay, so x equals 6. So our solution is going to be the point 6, 0. Make that big so you can see it. Okay, so 6, 0 is our solution. Let's go back and look at the practice test. So that would be, let's see, is that B? Checking our work. Yes, it is. 6, 0. Just like the answer. Nice. Okay, let's get back to it. All right. Next one. Jimmy rides his bicycle m miles per hour for 4 hours Friday afternoon, while Billy rides his bicycle 3 hours at q miles per hour. What is an expression that gives the total miles that Jimmy and Billy rode on Friday afternoon? Okay, so Jimmy's riding for 4 hours, and we're going to multiply that by the miles per hour, so we have 4m, and we want the total that the two of them rode, so we're going to add it to what Billy rode, and Billy rode his bicycle 3 hours, so we're going to multiply that by q. And that's going to give us 4m plus 3q. So that's the expression that tells what both of them rode on Friday afternoon. 4m plus 3q. Okay, let's take a look back here. 4m plus 3q is A. Number 3 is A. Once again, we are correct. Awesome. Let's move on. If this were con, I could feel myself getting energy points, but it's not, unfortunately. All right, anyways. Let's look at this expression. So we have 25a to the fourth plus 30a squared b plus 9b squared. And we want to find an equivalent expression to the expression above. All right, so this follows a certain format with a perfect square trinomial. And I'll show you what the format it follows. So it's basically some quantity, we'll call it u squared, plus 2 times u times v plus v squared. That's basically what this perfect square trinomial is, okay? Which equals basically u plus v squared. Okay. So all we have to do is really identify u and v, and then we can substitute them in. So doing that, let's take a look at what u would be. The u is going to be the square root of 25a to the fourth. So that's going to be 5a squared. V is going to be the square root of 9b squared, so that's just 3b. Okay. So now when we put them together into the binomial u plus b squared, we're going to get this. 5a squared plus 3b, and that entire quantity is going to be squared. So this here is our equivalent expression right here. Okay. So 5a squared plus 3b, that quantity squared. So let's take a look. So that would be solution C, 5a squared plus 3b. Nope, sorry. I made a mistake. I need to fix this. Okay. By the time you watch this, this should say probably squared. The solution. Yeah, see, this should be squared. My bad. Okay. Okay. On to number 5. Good thing I checked that. All right. So this next one, we have the square root of 50c squared plus 25 minus x equals 0. So if c is less than 0 and x equals 15 in the equation above, what is the value of c? So first we're going to plug in 15, and then we'll solve for c. And since c is less than 0, we're going to pick the one that's less than 0. So let's do that. So we're going to start a new equation. Square root of 50c squared plus 25. We're going to have minus 15 equals 0. Okay, first thing we want to do, we want to move the 15 over to the other side. So we add 15 to both sides. Square root of 50c squared plus 25 equals 15. Now we want to get rid of the square root. So to do that, we have to square both sides. So that's going to be, we don't need that, 50c squared plus 25 equals 15 squared, which is 225. Next thing we want to do, we want to get rid of the 25. So we're going to subtract 25 from both sides. So we're going to get 50c squared equals 200. Okay, we're almost there. We want to get c squared by itself, so we have to divide both sides by 50. So we're going to get c squared equals 4. Okay, and then finally, we take the square root of both sides, so we get c equals plus or minus 2, but we're going to choose that c equals negative 2 because we're picking the solution that is less than 0 in this case, which is specified by this condition here. So c is negative 2. Okay. Let's take a look over at the test. Okay, negative 2 is answer B. We got that one. Okay, so I will have to fix this one. That should be squared, not to the 4th. But hopefully by the time you see this, it'll be fixed. And thank you for watching. I hope this helped. Also note to people who are usually coming to the channel for website design and development, I will be doing some videos with that during this break time. But right now I'm focusing a little bit on some online education, supplemental materials. So anyways, thank you for watching. Have a good night. Bye.